Real Boxing, and we're here with IBF Super Bantamweight Champion Frampton. Carl, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Now, obviously, we can see you sweating a lot there. You just had an amazing spar with Shane Mosley, legend of the business. How did it feel to be in the ring with him?
It was honestly a bit surreal, if I'm being honest. He's a legend of our sport. Absolutely no words or graces about him. Just a real down-to-earth, nice guy. I know I learned a lot from that. I know he was taking it easy and messing around, but that's just a great experience for me. That's something I'll never forget. Amazing.
Has he still got the power in the movement, you reckon, or what?
Yeah, he hit me a good right hook, so he did at one point. I think I hit him one just before, and it was like, here's one back. Remember who's the boss. So he's so strong still. He's only got a couple of inches of me. He's not that much taller than me, believe it or not. But his strength, he's just got pure natural strength.
Now, your last outing was against Cruz Avalos. You got him out of there within, I think, was it 4 rounds, wasn't it?
Fifth round.
Fifth round. What sort of challenges did he present to you, or was it literally just a walk in the park?
To be honest, it was a much easier fight than I anticipated. I was hearing good stuff about him, and hearing he's a hell of a fighter, and that he could punch hard, and he was telling people what he was going to do to me and all this. But it was much easier than I thought. He was very slow. I felt like I could see everything coming, and it was arguably probably the best performance in my career.
What was it with his mum? Did she start chewing him at you or something on stage? What was it?
Yeah, at the weigh-in, got a bit heated, and she didn't actually spit it at me. She was maybe 20 yards away from me, picked it out of her mouth and threw it in my direction. Didn't hit me, hit the guy behind me, but she was close.
Now, obviously in your division we're stacked with talent. We've got Rigondeaux, we've got Leo Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
In terms of those two fighters, who do you think is actually overall the better fighter, and who would you want to fight first out of them?
Rigo, without doubt, is the best fighter. I'll fight any of these guys. I'm up to fighting all these guys. Obviously, people see Rigo as the best fighter in the division. I believe I'm the best super bantamweight in the division, and it's a fight that I would obviously like to make. Rigo's someone who I remember watching him in 2001 in Belfast in the World Amateur Championships. And I think he got best boxer. I went every session that he was on. An amazing fighter, someone I've looked up to for a very long time. But I know I believe myself I'm the best in the division. But if I want everyone else to believe it, he's the man to beat. Yeah.
Now, in terms of he's very, very technical, what he does in the ring.
Yeah.
Your style clash would be.
I think it'll be a good fight. I keep hearing things like Frampton's the only one that gives him a test, but I think that. He punches so hard and he's so accurate. People are fearful of putting the pressure on him. They don't want to commit too much, but I think that's the only way to beat him. You need to get on his case and fight dirty and rough him up, make him think and make him work hard from the onset. And who knows what will happen when you get into the second half of the fight.
Do you feel that he's unfortunate because his name isn't massive, even though he's one of the best fighters, as a box office star, he hasn't got huge appeal. His last fight was against Amagasa, was it?
Yeah.
In Japan, I think, or China, Japan, I think. And even though the fight was amazing, he didn't get the recognition because unless you're a hardcore boxing fan, about him. It's very hard to get into those sort of things. But apart from box office, he's definitely one of the best.
Yeah, of course, he's an amazing fighter. He's obviously not getting the recognition because he's not on the major channels. I think it was HBO he was with, and he was dumped off because they, what they call boring is not exactly what I call boring. It's something I'm a boxing purist and I enjoy watching that. I enjoy watching how skillful he is, but the average Joe wants to see blood and guts. So obviously it's a bit unfortunate that he hasn't got that style where he puts it on and he puts the pressure on. But I think the most important thing is to win fights, and he does that.
Yeah, of course. Now, so for you're definitely willing to take that fight if it comes your way, yeah?
Of course, I'm willing to fight anyone. I've said before, I don't want to keep harping on about it. I believe I'm the best super bantamweight in the division, but I have to go out and prove it.
Now, since we're touching on a technical sort of fighter, I want to move on to Mayweather Pacquiao. Literally, I think 17 days away now, so 5 years has turned to 17 days.
Yeah.
In terms of that fight, it's a monumental occasion. It's not about boxing anymore, it's transcended the sport. Everyone is going to be watching that fight. The world will stop. When you look back in 10, 15 years, you're going to know exactly where you were and who you were with when that fight happens.
Yeah.
Who are you picking out those two?
It's a real close fight. I'm edging towards Mayweather. I think Mayweather will win it on a close points decision. I think Pacquiao is work rate and how he fights, he'll steal rounds, he's throwing shots all the time. He's not always hitting, but it looks good. He'll be landing on arms, he'll hit in the back of the head, but it looks good for the judges. I think he'll steal rounds, but I think Mayweather always finds a way, and I think he'll win it on a very close fight.
So on a point decision, you believe, yeah? Also, what do you think are the chances of a robbery on this sort of grand stage?
Well, it's a massive fight, and people, you know how much money this fight's worth. You know how much money a rematch would be worth. So I think there's a rematch clause if Mayweather loses. If Pacquiao wins, there's sorry,
Pacquiao loses,
yeah. So you know, stranger things have happened. Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised if it happened. Also, one last thing: are you going to be going out to the fight or not?
Nah, that's been in the middle of training camp. Obviously, I'd love to be there, but you know, I obviously have to focus on my own career. I'm hoping to fight around July at some point, and I'll be in the full swing of training camp.
Any hints on any opponents that you've got lined up yet?
We've got a few opponents. Obviously, you know, we're going to talk about Quigg. There's other options. There's big names out there. We have loads of avenues. But you know, I'm happy to fight anyone if the offer's right. If the offer's right, and that's what people need to remember.
Thank you for speaking to Be Real Boxing, Collier. Thank you.
This is Carl Frampton, and you're watching Be Real Boxing.